Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Q Familia. So today's tutorial is a little bit different because it's about crocheting. So this winter my mom picked up a new hobby, which as you can see is crocheting, and one of her first big projects was making a shawl. It took her about 20 to 25 days to complete the entire thing. We use yarn from Michael's, which is always very good quality, and it can be machine washed as long as you're using cold water and on the gentle setting. We use two colors, light blue and navy blue, and the code for both will be shown on the screen. So this is 100% acrylic yarn with a size medium 4, and its recommended hook size is 5.5 millimeters, but my mom used 3.0 millimeters to make you look more fancy. She used almost 2 skeins of light blue and 2.5 of navy blue, and this was the leftover. So with this 3.0 mm hook, we are starting the tutorial. So first we have to make a slip knot, and this is the easiest method, so just follow along. So wrap the yarn around your finger for easier access, and you have to make chains according to the width of the shawl that you want. We made 181 chains. You have to make sure that you're giving the same tension to each stitch that you make, because if you don't, then your final project will have a lot of flaws and each stitch will be a different size. As you're making your chain, you have to make sure that you put your thumb on the previous chains every time you make a new one so it doesn't twist and it remains straight. So our base chain is now done, and now we're going to add on to it. So first you have to skip 4 chains and make a V-stitch, which involves a double crochet, a chain 1, and then a double crochet again. In the 5th chain you have to make a double crochet. Next skip 2 chains and make a V-stitch. So with the same chain, make a double crochet and repeat the process. For the second row, make 3 chains and then flip your work. So you have to make new V-stitches in every V-stitch of the previous row, and if you remember, a V-stitch is a double crochet, chain 1 and then double crochet again. After every row is done, you have to make 3 chains, flip your work, and then make more V-stitches within V-stitches, and repeat the work. So now we're changing the colors, and for the border we made 20 rows, and now we're gonna show you the most easiest and safest and tightest method to switch the colors. So first hold the edges of both of the colors using your thumb and then wrap 2 loops around your thumb. Once that's done, you have to take the string again and wrap 1 loop from the inside of the thumb. You have to do this above the edges, and then you have to take the 2 edges and make it go through the loop that you've just made. Once it's completely crossed, you have to hold the edges tightly. So now you have to pull the new color yarn, and first you're going to completely pull the first circle, and then you will do the same to the second circle. Make sure that you're stretching it tightly and just look at how strong it's connected. You can see how hard she's pulling both of them and they're not coming apart. Now cut your edges and start your work all over again using the exact same method that we told you before. So you can see that she's making 3 chains, and then she's going to flip her work, and then she's going to make a V-stitch, which once again consists of a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. So first we show the color changing method from the left side, and now we're showing it to you from the right side so you can have two different perspectives to understand it more easily. So this was our pattern. Color A, which was light blue, we made 20 rows. Then color B, which was navy blue, we made 30 rows. And then we went back to color A and made 10 rows. Then color B and 20 rows. A, 10 rows. B, 10 rows. A, 10 rows. B, 20 rows. A, 10 rows. B, 30 rows. And finally A again with 20 rows. This was just what we did, but you can make whatever pattern you want depending on your preference. So we're showing you the color changing method for the third time just in case you didn't understand the first two times, and you can follow more closely this time. Make sure the edges are on your right side, and when you're making the loops, the second loop goes in front of the first loop. So when you're pulling the circles, you have to make sure that the one closest to you is the one that's being pulled first, and then the other one gets pulled. Finally, our required length is done, so cut the yarn and then pull the hook and then tighten the remaining yarn that's left. And now we're going to show you how to weave the yarn into the shawl so it doesn't show. Look at how neatly it's been put into the shawl, and now just cut the edges. So without the tassels, the final length of the shawl is 75 inches and the width is 28 inches. Since we made the borders using the lighter color, we will use navy blue to make our tassels. Measure out 12 inches on a ruler and then wrap the yarn around it 5 times. Cut the yarn and then bend it in half like we're doing right now. So take the hook through the bottom and then you have to pull the tassel yarn through. Widen up a space so you can take all the other yarn pieces and loop it through it and then tighten it. So keep repeating the step for all the tassels, and then we made our distance with 2 fingers for each. Once all the tassels are made, cut through the loops on the bottom and give it a final finishing touch. So this is the final result of a almost 1 month long project, and this is a great activity to do during winter. Hope you liked it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Bye!